What if the most dangerous moment of your entire day is not when you are driving in heavy traffic, not when you are under extreme stress at work, not when you are exercising at the gym, pushing your body to its absolute limits, but instead, it is the very first second that you open your eyes in the morning? What if that peaceful, quiet moment when the sunlight touches your face and you stretch your arms and think the day is beginning beautifully? What if that exact moment is when your heart is silently screaming for help and you have absolutely no idea? Millions of people around this world have woken up feeling completely normal, completely fine, completely ordinary, and within minutes, their heart stopped, their brain lost oxygen, and their life changed forever or ended completely. And the terrifying truth is, most of those tragedies were preventable. What if I told you that there are specific things happening inside your body every single morning that are either saving your life or slowly destroying it? And you have the power right now, starting tomorrow morning, to change everything? Stay with me, because what you are about to learn could be the most important thing you hear this entire year. What if the most dangerous moment of your entire day is not what you think it is? What if the very moment you wake up, the moment you peel back your blanket and plant your feet on the floor and take your first breath of the morning? What if that is the moment your body is under the greatest cardiovascular attack it will face all day? This is not a theory. This is not speculation. This is hard, documented, life-changing medical science that most people are never told about. And today I am going to share every single detail with you because your life, the life of someone you love, may very well depend on what you are about to learn right now. Let me take you deep inside your body. When you are sleeping at night, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, your nervous system enters a state of rest and repair, and your entire cardiovascular system gets a temporary moment of peace. But the moment your alarm goes off, the moment your brain registers that another day has arrived, something dramatic and potentially dangerous begins to happen inside you. Your adrenal glands immediately begin releasing cortisol, the primary stress hormone, in large surging waves. Your sympathetic nervous system, which is the part of you responsible for fight or flight response, suddenly activates with tremendous force. Your heart rate begins to climb rapidly. Your blood pressure shoots upward in a matter of seconds. And your blood, the very blood that was flowing smoothly and peacefully through your arteries just moments ago, begins to change its entire chemical composition. Here is what is truly terrifying about that. During the night, while you were sleeping and dreaming and completely unaware, your body was losing water through respiration, through sweating, through every single breath you exhaled into the darkness. By the time morning arrives, you are in a state of mild to moderate dehydration. And that dehydration has made your blood significantly thicker and stickier than it should be. Your platelets, which are the tiny blood cells responsible for clotting, are far more active and far more aggressive in the morning than at any other time of the day. Your fibrinogen levels, a protein that promotes blood clot formation, are elevated. And your blood vessels, which were relaxed and open during the night, are now tightening and constricting in response to all those rushing stress hormones. You have thick blood, constricted vessels, a rising heart rate, and surging blood pressure, all happening simultaneously. In the first moments of your morning. Do you understand now why this window of time is so extraordinarily dangerous? Research published in some of the world's most respected cardiology journals has confirmed that heart attacks are significantly more common between the hours of 6 in the morning and noon than at any other time of the 24-hour day. Strokes follow the exact same terrifying pattern. The brain, which is an incredibly sensitive and oxygen-dependent organ, becomes vulnerable during these morning hours when blood viscosity is high and blood pressure fluctuations are extreme. A small blood clot that forms in a narrowed coronary artery during this morning surge can completely block blood flow to the heart muscle within seconds. A clot traveling to the brain can cause a stroke that changes a person's life in an instant. And what makes this even more heartbreaking is that so many of the people who experience these events had no idea they were at risk. They woke up feeling fine. They had no warning. They simply did what they always did. They got up too quickly. They rushed to the bathroom. They drank their coffee on an empty stomach. They skipped breakfast. They felt a little chest tightness and ignored it. And then everything changed. Now let me tell you something equally important about the vagus nerve, because this is a piece of your anatomy that holds extraordinary power over your morning heart health, and most people have never even heard of it. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your entire body, running from your brain all the way down through your chest and into your abdomen, touching your heart, your lungs, and your digestive organs along its incredible journey. This nerve is the master controller of what is called the parasympathetic nervous system, the calming, healing, restoring counterforce to all that adrenaline and cortisol that floods your body every morning. When your vagus nerve is strong and active, it naturally slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, reduces inflammation in your blood vessels, and creates a physiological environment where blood flows smoothly and clots are far less likely to form. But when your vagus nerve is weak, when it has been suppressed by chronic stress, poor sleep, processed foods, and a life lived in constant tension, it cannot do its job, and your cardiovascular system becomes dangerously exposed during those vulnerable morning hours. The single most powerful thing you can do the moment you wake up, before you reach for your phone, before you stand up, before you do anything else, is breathe. But not just any breathing. I am talking about slow, deep, deliberate, intentional, diaphragmatic breathing that directly stimulates the vagus nerve and begins to counteract that morning cortisol surge immediately. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, allowing your belly to rise and expand fully. Hold that breath gently for a count of 4. Then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 6 to 8 seconds. Do this 5 to 10 times before you even think about getting out of bed. What you are doing in those moments is sending a direct biochemical signal to your heart that says, calm down, we are safe, slow the rate, lower the pressure, the body is in control. The vagus nerve carries that message from your lungs and diaphragm directly to your cardiac tissue, and the physiological response is measurable, immediate, and profoundly protective. After your breathing, the next thing that your body desperately needs in the morning, and this is non-negotiable if you care about your heart and brain, is water. Not coffee, not juice, not a protein shake. Plain, clean, room temperature, or slightly warm water. During those hours of sleep, your blood has thickened, your cells have lost hydration, and your cardiovascular system is working under the burden of that fluid deficit. When you drink water first thing in the morning, you are literally diluting your blood and reducing its viscosity, making it easier for your heart to pump it through every artery, every capillary, and every organ in your body. Warm water has an additional benefit because it gently stimulates circulation and supports the digestive system without the aggressive acid stimulation that cold water can cause on an empty stomach. Drink at least 1 full glass, ideally 2, within the first 15 minutes of waking up. This single habit has been shown in multiple studies to significantly reduce morning cardiovascular stress and improve overall circulatory function throughout the day. Now let us talk about how you physically get out of bed, because this is something almost nobody thinks about, and yet it carries real cardiovascular consequences. Most people sit up quickly, swing their legs over the side, and stand up immediately. What happens when you do that? Your blood, which has been pooling in your lower body due to the horizontal position you were sleeping in, suddenly has to be pumped upward against gravity to reach your brain and heart. Your heart rate spikes, your blood pressure fluctuates wildly, and for people with any degree of arterial narrowing or cardiovascular weakness, this sudden positional change can trigger a dangerous event. The correct way to rise in the morning is to roll slowly onto your side first. Pause for a moment, sit up slowly at the edge of the bed, let your feet touch the floor, take a few more deep breaths, and then stand gradually. This gives your cardiovascular system time to adjust, time to stabilize, and time to prepare for the demands of the upright world. Let us also discuss what happened the night before, because your morning heart health does not begin in the morning. It begins with what you consumed and how you slept the previous evening. A high-sodium dinner causes water retention and elevated blood pressure that persists through the night. Alcohol, which many people believe helps them sleep, actually severely disrupts the deep restorative sleep cycles that your heart requires, and it dehydrates the body significantly, compounding the morning blood viscosity problem. Late night eating forces your digestive system to work intensively during hours when it is designed to rest, diverting blood flow away from the heart and creating metabolic stress that elevates morning inflammatory markers. And chronic sleep deprivation. Sleeping less than 6 hours per night consistently has been proven to increase the production of inflammatory cytokines that damage arterial walls, weaken the vagus nerve, and create the exact internal environment where heart attacks and strokes thrive. Your heart has beaten for you every single moment of your life without ever asking for anything in return. It is time to give it what it has always deserved. Start tomorrow morning. Start right now. Your life is worth it, and your heart already knows that. It just needs you to believe it too.